This ain't that trap-ish. I'm on my boom bap shit. I'm not editing nothing this episode. Because realistically, stories need to be told. X-rated, no PG. Ain't no edit button this episode. Come see me if you want to cancel that. I ain't got plans for that. Yeah, it's in God's hands. It's in God's hands. Yeah, it's in God's hands. Why nobody make songs like with those kind of titles? That should be the whole hook to every song on the radio right now, fam. Like realistically, it should be in God's hands right now. It shouldn't be in our hands. It shouldn't be in the politicians' hand. In our administration's hands. Y'all hear the pages in the background flipping, man. Listen, man. If you didn't know, you know now. Episode 19, and it's about to go down. Everybody can't go. E.B.C.G. He is I is he. WILLMATIC. I appreciate y'all for pulling up on me this episode, man. And realistically, I have no, I still don't have any structure, as you can see, as I stumble, as I take a gander at my docket that I literally I had to transfer this joint off. But that's too much information, right? And this episode, I'm not going to hold you. Listen, there's a lot going on. Like I said, I'm a radio baby. So, anybody that was, listening to the radio in the 90s, y'all know what time it is, man. This is basically that hot 97, you know, that feel, man, that vibe, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. And as a primo beat drops, it's only right that I say we are 50 years in hip hop, bro. 50 years we 50 years in August. Is it in August? So August will make 50 years officially of hip hop, and I definitely seen a documentary, and this is not even on my topics, but I definitely seen a documentary getting ready to drop. Let me look that up real quick. I should have that in front of me actually, because like I said, man, 50 years of hip hop, man. At the end of the day, you could say a lot of things about hip hop, both negative and positive, but realistically, it's been the most influential thing, in our culture, and not just in our culture, in their culture as well. You know what I mean? So I feel like, that's definitely something that we should definitely be celebrating. As we're celebrating, as I say celebrate, we're definitely, what's today? The first? So what's the first day of Black History Month? You know what? We gonna get to that first. I might as well, because that's actually on my topics, you feel me? And I've been thinking about a whole new, way to celebrate Black History Month. Like, I have a whole new theme. They give us 28 days. It's like, all right, copy. So we get the shortest month of the year to celebrate, right? I feel like we have so much, obviously, Black culture, let me get serious here for a second. Black culture, our influence, it goes beyond just, basically our musical, gifts and our musical abilities, right? And entertainment. We're influential in so many ways. And, obviously our history, is something that we all probably need to tap into just a little bit more. I feel like they've done such a thorough job in, ensuring that we don't get the full, our full history and our full knowledge of, basically where we came from and, just basically everything that we've dealt with and everything that we've been through, as a culture, since we've been here. I feel like it's only right that we kind of take control of, we should be really celebrating our history every day. That part, right? Obviously, that's not something that we should be allowing people to kind of, it's not something that the calendar should remind us to do, is what I'm basically trying to say, right? And with that being said, I thought about that, and then I had another thought shortly after that. And basically, my new idea for Black History Month is, as a matter of fact, just take the whole 28 days. Give me the whole 28, right? Because we don't need 28 days. Fam, you trying to give me 28 days to celebrate what? the culture that started everything, realistically, fam, what we should do is take those 28 days and instead of highlighting all of the, basically the stuff that we should already know, right? The stuff that they should have really just been putting in our textbooks in the school, right? Like y'all wanna celebrate so bad, then why can't we put some of this stuff in the textbooks in school, right? Why can't we formulate a curriculum around this, right? And it's not gonna take 28 days to do that either. Respectfully. Back to my point. Let's highlight and focus, or let's focus and highlight some of the individuals, from our culture who basically have destroyed our culture. What I'm basically trying to say is I feel like we should definitely take 14 days to celebrate the good, but then we also need 14 days to celebrate, or not celebrate, but highlight, right? Highlight the things that are wrong in our community. Because think about it. Wouldn't that be more significant at the end of the day? Obviously, we could talk about the good forever, right? We don't really need to make any changes to the things that are good and great and the things that have already been done. But what about the things that we need to do today to make sure that our future is good and great? Now I'm potted, you feel me? And like I said, I literally just wrote this down 10 minutes ago, you feel me? And I really don't want to get too deep, like I said, it's enough going on. You know, I feel like everybody should have, a good portion of, you know, things on their plate at this point, and I don't necessarily want to sit here and, add any, basically stir the pot of negativity, right? But it was just a thought I had, and I did feel like it was topic worthy, so I wrote it down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Black History Month, man. So yeah, that's where we at. It's February 1st. We not coming in with the gunshots. We're not gonna do that. We not. And at the end of the day, the documentary was a great album. You feel me? But we're not doing that right now. I'm on my hustles and ambition right now. I'm definitely in my hustler state. I'm definitely, once again, this is my segue into the next topic. I just been grinding, man. I just been grinding. I can't stress enough. This might be one of my most, I don't want to get too personal, right? Because I don't like to, what's the word I'm looking for? Keep my stats and shit. Like I kind of just put my chin down and just go at this point, And every now and then you'll look up and you kind of see certain things like, all right, cool, I definitely did that, But I don't want to say too much as far as what I plan on doing. But what I will say is that I'm definitely in a very, very good space mentally. I am, man, and honestly, it's not the easiest thing to do. Obviously, and sometimes I'm not gonna hold you. There's days where I genuinely have to thank the creator, just for like, basically, man, just showing me the things that I wouldn't necessarily be able to find on my own. It's a hustler's ambition. Close your eyes, listen, see my vision. I wanna just. It's so hard to prioritize these. I gotta start making sure I do that going forward. Cause I'm looking at my like I said, man, I got some heat on the docket. All right, let's get to the migrants in Manhattan. Let's get to the homelessness. Let's get to the crisis and the homelessness issue that is currently going on in New York City. I just feel like as a New Yorker and someone I grew up in New York. I rode the subway, and I've been basically riding the subway for pretty much half of my life at this point, right, or more, right. And I feel like we've seen the evolution, or let me speak for myself. I've certainly seen the regression. Not even the evolution, man. My point is this. What are we doing with the NYC subway system? I know that there's a lot of migrants that are basically, being forced to sleep on the streets of Manhattan currently right now. What I don't know is exactly why. I know that the shelter system, is basically jacked. And, when you see people basically more willing to sleep on the New York City streets, man. Like I said, I'm a New Yorker, and if there's anybody that willingly wants to sleep on the streets of New York City, I would just assume, that the shelter system is basically decrepit and deplorable, right? For people to basically turn down shelter to stay on the street. And what I'm basically trying to get to here is what is this city going to do about this issue? Because I see it as a growing issue. I just was on the train this morning. Like, I literally just got off of the L train not too long ago. It's bad. It's bad right now. And, at this point, it's damn near like you walking into a train station, you damn near walking into a prison at this point. You know what I'm saying? Or a shelter, or like, I'm talking about every train, car, it's very, very, it's disheartening, and like I said, you can't help but feel for those people, who are basically in those situations and are helpless, so, I just hope that we can basically figure out some kind of a, I don't know, we sending tanks and shit to motherfucking to the Ukraine right now, and they basically, there's specific tanks that they demanding and shit. So I'm not really sure what we doing as far as the budget right now. But a Murphy tank doesn't sound very budgetary. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at our homeless issue, and I'm looking at, like, are we prioritizing this thing the way we need to? I mean, these are just questions at the end of the day, But yeah, man, much, praise and condolences to the people who are basically affected by, the displacement that is currently taking place, not just in Manhattan, but, basically anywhere for real, because I'm sure that's a tough situation for anybody. I like how I ended that right when the beat ended, bro. That's like, you gotta understand, as a potter, that's like you know what I'm saying? That's like hitting the lotto for me, basically. You know what I'm saying? When the beats is just in sync with me. And I do want to add one more point about, just the whole situation with the subway system, right? Where, like, I literally just did my taxes, right? Shout out to me for doing my taxes, you know what I'm saying? I definitely went, made sure I took care of that expeditiously. Uncle Sam, if you're listening, you will get your $1,000, okay? It's on the way. Chill out. Just pull it. As a matter of fact, I think they got it already, because I definitely ain't get shit, right? So that's taken care of. That's kind of like, you get that monkey off your back. You kind of like, all right, cool. I ain't really got to worry about that too much. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately for me, like I said, things are, God is great. God is great. And I'm not necessarily dependent on that at this current time. There was definitely a point in time, though. Not going to hold you, where this time of year and this happening to me would have been, basically rock bottom for me, basically, right? So I definitely, shout out to me for basically not allowing Uncle Sam to keep the shackles on me. Because that's really, like, you know what I'm saying? That's basically what that really is. Like, I'm getting off my point, though. My tax dollars need to be going to use for better purposes. Like, I see that they're adding more police, oh man, more police officers are being, placed in the subways, and I'm not really sure what part of the budget that is, or what's going on there, as far as, like, did they do the math? Because what I'm seeing is basically the police going on the trains to harass the homeless people, bro. And all I'm saying is this: if I'm gonna be doing my taxes on time and y'all gonna take every dollar from me, I'm just saying, fam, I feel like I have the right to, basically see the police officers that are supposed to be policing the community to keep it safe for me. Fam, that is not the heart of our issues when it comes to policing, fam. Y'all on the train, they taking a billy club, banging it on the chair, waking up the homeless people, fam. They wake up, they get off the train, then they go to another train station, fam. What I'm saying is this: we kind of on a rat wheel here with this whole homelessness situation, and I just don't feel like the methods that are being implemented are, basically coming from a place of love. That's basically what I'm trying to get to here. Are we coming from a place of love and concern here, or are we just trying to kind of swing our authority around and just show people that we can do what we want when we want to do. Because, like I said, fam, I've personally, and again, this is why, again, the topic is so, man, I've personally seen up close, with my own eyes and my own ears, exactly how they deal, uh, with those individuals who basically just need a helping hand, right? In other words, shouldn't you guys have some type of brochure with you? Like, they don't even give them information. They don't even try to get them placed into, like, what is the goal here? Because kicking them off of one train so that they could go to another train is clearly not the solution. And that was my rant about the whole, homelessness situation, man. It's terrible. You know, hopefully we can figure out something. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see this shit getting better. I see it getting worse. You know, then they wonder why we have pandemic. There's people on the street, man, with the garbage and the rats. That's why we get sick. You cannot have people, human beings, laid out next to the garbage on the street with the rats, man, and expect us to be all healthy and you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna get sick at some point. What else is going on though, man? I've been hearing a lot about this guy Andrew Tate, and I'm not really sure why I wrote his name down on my topics sheet. I'm not gonna hold you because I don't know who he is. You feel me? Realistically, and this is the dope thing about this whole podcasting thing too, man, is because I don't know. So I'm literally putting out. I'm not necessarily trying to. I feel like my approach with this whole thing is I'm a student, right? I'm a student of obviously the game, podcasting, the media game, the tech space, I do a little stock here and there. I'm kind of all over the place, right? With it, I'm keeping my eyes on everything, and I'm listening to pretty much damn near everything, right? You kind of gotta just pay attention at this point, right? So what I'm saying is this: Andrew Tate. I mean, listen, what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, it's basically two different things. I'm hearing controversial things about him and his brother, who basically they're both currently locked all the way up right now. I'm not sure what their release date is. I'm not sure what the bail situation is. I don't know none of that. What I'm saying is this: what's going on in the world today? Why is Andrew Tate even like being mentioned? So look, this is what I'm about to do, right? Because I have nothing on Andrew Tate. I don't. I wrote his name down more so to ask y'all, like, what's going on? I hear a few people kind of, there's certain things that I'm hearing people say on social media as far as, picking sides. But, that's the game that social media like to play. Everybody can't go to E.B.C.G. I'm not here to play no games with y'all, fam. I'm not here to do no challenges. I don't know what's going on, and I'm genuinely asking questions, right? So I just typed in Andrew Tate's name on YouTube, and the first thing I seen was, an appeal rejection, right? Then I looked right under that video, and there's another video that says released today. So this is exactly my point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. There's an appeal rejection. Then there's another video that says he's being released today, fam. That was 9 hours ago. That's today. That's February 1st. And I'm not going to hold you. If he's getting released today, I'm pretty sure today is a good day for Andrew Tate. I think it says it speaks volumes though. The stuff that we kind of pick and choose to highlight, and I've been holding back. Enough, I guess. I didn't want to necessarily come in so hot, But realistically, fam, I'm looking at my docket and there's really not really much else to talk about right now, other than let me not say that though, because this is the reality of the situation. Obviously, this earlier this month we lost another brother to the hands of this corruption known as the police department, and obviously this is not something that we've this is not nothing new, basically, man. And I'm trying to avoid just basically continuing to be on the rat wheel of outrage, right? Because that's pretty much what's going on at this point. It's kind of like they just got us on a rat wheel of just getting angry and throwing stuff at the TV, and I do get angry. Don't get me wrong, they get me. They still could get me now, and I'm not saying that I'm numb to this shit, because at the end of the day, man, I watched the video, like many of us have at this point. Unfortunately, it's kind of like for me at this point, I'm at a point with it now where it's like I'm making a conscious decision to watch the videos, because realistically, you know, what I'm seeing in the videos is something that I could be suffering at some point, right? So I just feel like it would be naive of me to basically try to ignore something that is clearly such a harsh reality for me and so many of other people who look like me. I'm basically at this point. Let's just get to what we need to get to. So Tyre Nichols is the name of rest in power. You know, uh, Man, just a gruesome, horrible, horrific reality. Once again, obviously we've all seen at some point, like how many times have we seen this, bro? We've seen this so many times. Rodney King and just so many. That was kind of like you know, the beginning of the end, so to speak, right? That was kind of like that was kind of when it all really began for real. Obviously there was police brutality before that incident, but what I'm saying is that was the first time we actually seen it caught on film, and obviously we all remember how gruesome and graphic that was. And it's just to fast forward, man. I say all that to say this: to fast forward to 2023. And I'm saying it's February 1st. It's literally the first day of what they told us was Black History Month, right? It's 27 more days left. We're literally still sitting here watching the same things repeat themselves, and play out the same way that they've always have. This was a, slightly different situation, obviously, just for the simple fact, that, the officers involved, which there were 6 officers involved, right? And that's why, it's important for us to not, just jump onto the, basically continue to be on that rat wheel of outrage, because, I wasn't even aware of the 6th officer until much later on, right? And we're going to get to that as well, right? The 6th officer was a white Caucasian male. Meanwhile, the 5, officers who were basically, fired and removed from duty so expeditiously in a very, very rare instance, right? Because this is something that we've been trying to do for years, right? We've never seen them move this fast. Well, come to find out, the 5 officers involved were all black. So it was five male black officers, in a rare case. I'm not sure if we've ever seen, I mean, let me speak for myself, 35 years old. I mean, I've seen a lot of, I've seen this movie before, but I don't think I've ever seen it, played by these, actors right here. You feel me? These are some new actors that popped up on the scene right here, fam. I've never thought in a million years, when we see a shooting occur, right? And again, I'm trying to refrain from, just basically being on a rat wheel of outrage. So pardon me if I, let me make sure that my tone is where it needs to be. Let me bring myself down just a notch, because I already got my outrage off. I did. I cried. I did, man. It's tough. It's tough to see it. But at the same time, I could get all that off and I could still, have a conversation without being angry, right? Because at this point, we're going to see this again. This is not, I just feel like this is not the end all be all. And that's the unfortunate part about the situation. And that's kind of what got me. Is when you think about the fact that we're seeing this shit happen, and it's not the last time we're going to see it. It's not the first time we've seen it. I'm looking at how we respond to the situation. It's very, very similar to how we always respond, right? It's kind of like, all right, now I guess it's time for us to do something about it. So we all get up, and what do? We get some Oster tag. We get some construction paper. We get some crayons, some markers. We write our best quotes. and we go march and put our signs up in the air, fam. I'm over this shit, fam. I am. And unfortunately, rest in power, Tyre Nichols. God, prayers and condolences, obviously, to his mother, his family, right? His brother, his. I didn't even realize he was a father until later on, right? So now we got another, that cycle is gonna continue, right? Of the fatherless home, basically, right? And it's just so much here, man, to unpack. It's so layered, it's so heavy, and it's so unfortunate, you know. But there was definitely a six cop. And let me watch. So what's the deal, right? Why was it that the six? So they thought they was gonna basically hide the white hand that was there tasing our brother. I'm not gonna hold you. Personally, I didn't catch that myself. The videos that were, I wasn't really trying to watch the video that much. You feel me? I ain't having an HD. You kind of just take a gander at it to see what they was, they prepped us for the video, fam. And that was the other thing I felt was disturbing about the whole situation. They literally prepared us for 48 hours. This was like a whole presentation, fam. This was like a paper at school, fam. This is like schoolwork. They prepped us for this shit. They told us to get yourselves prepared. We had to study. They told us to go study. Go watch some other. We'll put some other. Listen, I'm not. This is not something to make light out of, obviously, right? The frustration oftentimes turns into comedy for me, just because that's how I keep myself from basically going outside and doing something crazy. Because clearly that's an easy thing to do at this point, right? When we look and we see these type of things happening, obviously, you got to kind of find that that middle ground. And for me, it's definitely what I'm saying, I'm gonna get some jokes off every now and then. So don't take my laughter as me, basically making light of the situation. Is basically what I'm trying to say, because that's definitely not the case. Like I said, it's something that every time I see this, it's kind of like it consumes me to a certain degree. I'm not gonna allow this to consume me though. I'm not. We see the video, and I'm not sure how this is gonna play out. Obviously, you got Benjamin Crump, you know, attorney Benjamin Crump, respectable black attorney, a black attorney in our community. And I see that he's basically, on the job, and basically trying to get justice for the family, man. So we just want to say, more power to him, and hopefully, I don't even like hopefully right now, because that's like you're leaving it in the hands of something or somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully, the hopefully is us, man. The hopefully is us, and we need to be just on that right now. We need to be just trying to get the tangible stuff done. It's easy to do the rhetoric. I'm doing it right now. I could sit here and talk for 3 hours about this. I promise you I can. I don't want to do that though, because I know for a fact that it's not gonna change anything, right? All it's gonna do is change basically my health and shit, because my blood pressure gonna be going up, and I'm gonna be fucked up, right? So you can't, like I said, man, just finding that middle ground, man. But we definitely wanted to acknowledge the situation, because, like I said, it's one of the worst things I think I've never seen anything like it, man. Never seen anything like it. I'm not going to get into the specifics of, obviously we all should have seen the video at this point. But that was crazy. And I feel like I'm trying to hold back my real takes, because low key I had all type of takes off mic. I did, about just how we should change certain laws. And I'm not going to get specific here, but I just feel like there needs to be a much higher punishment for people, or for anybody. Forget about police. Over, if you are in a position of authority, or power, or whatever the case may be, right? If you're just on a higher up on the totem pole, right? Nobody should be trying to take advantage of anybody, bro. And if you're in a position right now where you're trying to take advantage of somebody or something, I just feel like, fam, especially on this level, right? Obviously, it's levels to that, right? We talking about that man was defenseless. I'm getting into it. But I mean, it is what it is. They put the video out and they told me to prepare for it. So we here now, right? I was already prepared for it. That's the other part. Like, they talking about prepare for it. This has been my whole life, fam. I've been seeing this shit since I've been here. How much more preparation do I need? Right? The man was cuffed. They like, I mean, bruh, listen, like I said, what I was really thinking and what I was trying to really get to is, the whole defund the police movement. I remember that was like a real, everybody kind of was on one accord with that for like 3 weeks, and then it kind of died down. A couple of people got a bag, and they kind of got off of that movement, right? What I'm saying is this: forget about even that, right? Because obviously, defund the police. What does that even mean, right? How you gonna defund them? They carry pepper spray, tasers, and guns. Now, if we talking about taking away some arsenal, I mean, we need to be more specific with our demands, man. Defund the police could be they'll fuck around and not get them coffee or some shit in the morning. Like they'll find a way to defund them and not defund them, if you know what I'm saying. I just feel like we got to be more specific with our list of demands. They gave Kyrie a list of demands, because he posted a story. They was quick to write a list for him, right? Why are we not just writing some list up to go bring it to? Listen, man, like I said, bro, I don't want to stay on this rat wheel. You know, I don't. I'm already in pretty good shape. I don't feel like I need to just be going in circles. I ride a bike. That's enough of a rat wheel right there within itself. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but on some real stuff though, man, I do feel like there needs to be a higher punishment. So we'll just see how this plays out, like we do all the time, I guess, right? We're gonna sit back. We're gonna let CNN and Fox Media, kind of put the narrative how it needs to be for us, and we'll follow suit, I guess, right? And the struggle continues. So that was that, right? I didn't want to start with that because obviously it's dark, right? I'm trying to like I said, man. I listen back to every episode, and I'm at 42 minutes already. Sheesh. I'm looking, bro. I ain't even. All right, let's go through these. Yeah, I don't like to start dark though. Starting dark is never good, right? But yeah, man. Obviously, listen, everybody can't go. We got to bring y'all the relevant. At the end of the day, this is a podcast, right? So if it's happening, I'm pretty much going. I see it, and I'm probably gonna do a podcast off the mic anyway. You understand what I'm saying about the whole situation? I definitely did like 3 hours on that alone when I first initially seen that situation, man. Is there anything else I wanted to get off on that? Police brutality, defund the police. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. Once again, I do feel like it's basically heading in the same direction as we, seen previous, settlements and things of that nature. I feel like we got to set a precedence though for that whole thing. Like, I don't feel like we should be taking settlements, bro. I feel like by doing that, you kind of justify, the actions, by a settlement is, basically the resolve of whatever issues that were, what I'm saying, were present. So to settle to me is like you're basically saying, all right, we're kind of cool with how the outcome of the situation, basically, right? So we got to be careful there too. Like we can't just be allowing these people to pay us off. They sending tanks to Ukraine. They doing everything with the money except like trying to build the infrastructure like where it needs to be built and shit, right? It's crazy. It really is. Tom Brady retired. I'm gonna get off of that at this point. Once again, rest in power, Tyre Nichols. Man was a father. A painter or something. I think he was a skateboarder and a photographer. That was kind of like his thing, and just me basically knowing yeah, that doesn't sound like the type of individual who and then even just watching his basically how he was responding in the video. Me personally, if you start beating me with a billy club, it's gonna be the things that you gonna hear me saying at that point. It's probably not gonna be the things that he was saying in the video. You feel me? He was more than just gracious about the situation. Imagine being gracious in a situation where you're being beaten to death, right? So I think we, in a weird way, that kind of speaks to his character. Obviously I didn't know him, but I feel like that tells me everything I needed to know about him right there. Seemed like he was just a peaceful dude, not really looking for trouble, basically. You know what I mean? Which makes the situation even that much more unfortunate. We gonna move on though. We gonna move on to where do you go from there, fam? Like, Now I gotta go back. Let's go. Let's get to some good. LeBron James scoring record is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. It is. It really is, and I'm not gonna hold you, man. I'm not gonna hold you. I couldn't be more proud and happy. Like it's so crazy, right? Because like I never was like the biggest LeBron guy necessarily. What really got to me with LeBron was the fact that like at a certain point when you start to realize, I mean, the fact that he's playing at the level that he's playing at in his like final seasons, that's probably at the top of that list, right? That's I need some water. I'm out to get up. And look at I sacrificed for the pod, man. I ain't even about to get up and get some water for this. Now I'm really trying to get this point out though, right? I just feel like the fact that we are watching, this is the GOAT, bro. This is the GOAT. There's nothing else to say. LeBron James is the GOAT of basketball, fam. Michael Jordan, eat your heart out. And at the end of the day, this is the thing, right? That whole LeBron Jordan debate, you know what I'm saying? We kind of, that's over with. It's over with, fam. Are you kidding me? Michael Jordan was trying to score, from what I remember. LeBron James ain't even a scorer. They talk about, I mean, realistically, he clearly was. For you didn't get this record for no reason, right? But I mean, the fact that he passed the ball as much as he passes the ball, Jordan wasn't looking for no passes, bro. And the fact that he still got the scoring title to me is crazy, right? The fact that he's still playing at the level that he's playing at. The fact that he's the first player to drop a 40 piece on every team in the league, fam. These are stats that I'm not sure if we'll ever see anybody get to this height again, fam. I don't think I'm not sure if Bronny gonna be able to do it. But I know that there was like a controversial call that he didn't get. It's like, fam, this man is about to pass Kareem on the scoring list, fam. Give him every call, fam. And low key, that felt like it was personal. That referee had some smoke for Braun from like his rookie season or some shit. It was a stat, he probably had a bet or something he lost or something. I don't know. As I roll up in the microphone. Pardon me. I just wanted to, basically that was my little soliloquy on LeBron, dropped 40 on every team, fam. Yeah. So that's definitely, they're projecting that, I believe they said against the Thunder this Thursday, which is tomorrow, you know. So get your TiVos ready. I'm definitely looking for a VCR song. I'm trying to record this right here, fam. This is history in the making. A true, true moment in basketball. True great moment in basketball, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah. We gonna move on, right? So where we going next with this one here? Blueface and Krishan Rock. I know what you're thinking, right? Not you, dog. You are you actually about to sit here and talk about Blueface and Christian Rock? At the end of the day, fam, this is my only take on this. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing her name right. Is it Christian or Christian? My point is this, fam. Chris Rock, who? This is the new Chris Rock right here. Christian or Christian Rock and Blueface, because he like the sidekick low key. She's really the star of the show at this point, right? She more popular than Chris Rock, fam. Like I just keep seeing her name, her face, the tooth, the whole thing. Like it's just I just constantly keep seeing it on my timeline. And apparently Blueface, and I'm just gonna call her Shorty for now, respectfully, because I don't want to keep mispronouncing someone's name. I already learned my lesson from doing that on 2 episodes ago, fam. Shout out to Damar Hamlin, right? Who recently just put out a video basically, thanking all of the fans. It was pretty emotional. I watched it and it's just, man, it's just mind blowing to, we gonna get back to Blueface and Christian, but is it Christian or Christian? Christian. We gonna get back to them, but I just wanted to, point out the fact that Damar Hamlin is definitely, alive and well, man. And that's just amazing to even be able to say that, man. Let me hit an air horn for Damar Hamlin one more time, man. And at the end of the day, I know he want to be, on that field and all that. You can tell, clearly if you watch the video, you see that, he's basically gearing up to basically, go down that journey now. Road to recovery and hopefully the road to returning to the game that he loves to play. Right. So big ups to him. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely don't want to botch a name again because of what I did to his name on 3 episodes ago. Right. It was bad. It was bad. I couldn't barely even listen to that. I couldn't even edit it enough. I said it so many times. You feel me? Well, back to Blueface and Shorty. So this is all I wanted to say about it. I seen her. They basically making their rounds right now, doing all of these. And the only reason why I even brought it up is because I realistically I did see them. Every now and then I'm gonna tap in. When I see everybody just posting something, I say, what? Let me at least just see something. What's going on? I just need to know what's going on, right? So I definitely pulled up to what was that over there? The No Jumper podcast. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Adam 22. What's your man over there? Sharp. You know what I'm saying? Sharp Tank. You know what I'm saying? The whole squad over there, man. They definitely, I'm definitely gonna pull up on them if I touch down in LA. Just know you might see a Wellmatic TV No Jumper, uh combo, hybrid podcast real soon. I'm just putting this shit in the universe, fam. I have no contacts with these people. I ain't sending an email or nothing, fam. But I will pull up though if I touch down in LA. That's a fact, right? I think they definitely got like a whole new studio now. You can't just pull up now. Before when they had the store, that was when I probably could have did that, right? My point is this though. You know, I seen them on that show, and she basically. My question is this: like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? What are we actually doing? Right, fam? Are y'all trying to tell me that we're celebrating? Like, what? I be just trying to figure out, right? Like, and the word "celebrate" seems to be a reoccurring theme this episode. Obviously, we're celebrating Black History Month. It's the first day of 28 days today. I felt like it's only right that I dropped my podcast. Well, I'm not going to drop it, but I'm recording it, just on February 1st. It just felt right. The first day of Black History Month. It just felt good to me. You know what I'm saying? I got my Black Lives Matter hoodie on right now. You feel me? Shout out to Brittany Griner for putting me on. Well, actually, I got this joint before I even seen her with it, to be honest. So technically, she might have bit my style somehow. You feel me? I've been had it. Then I seen her with it. Then I just kept wearing it after. And I fuck with the brand, obviously. Cross Colors is, probably my favorite brand right now, to be honest. And I'm probably going, if I had to replace Nike with any brand, it would definitely be Cross Colors. So Cross Colors, you know what I'm saying? If y'all listening somehow, holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all definitely need to put out some shoes though, or boots or something. I could have crushed some cross color boots this winter. You feel me? We didn't even really get snow like that, so realistically, y'all got time to get your stuff together. You feel me? Hopefully next winter, I'm putting this in the universe. Cross colors are, y'all need to expand the brand, fam. Is what I'm saying. And I want to see y'all in more spots, bro. It's only like 2 stores with this shit, fam. I don't want to have to keep going to these same 2 random ass locations. Or you gotta order it online. And clearly this year, anyway, see how I just go into a whole nother. I was about to go into right off of the docket. Like I was on Chris. Yeah. So like, my point is that who is green lighting shows, fam? And I'm not even sure how the GTA San Andreas instrumentals just crept up in here somehow. I'm so high and I'm just talking and rambling that I literally, like, I heard it in the background, but I'm like I played the game so much. Realistically, I probably thought I had it on the TV, right? This is actually the instrumental on my shit, bro. This is what I'm talking about, fam. Where's the continuity? How we gonna go from J. Cole apparently? You think that was the sequence that I wanted, fam? Me? You think I'm gonna sequence the GTA San Andreas? Fam, let me get some Kendrick, please. What the fuck, bro? My point is this, though. I'm sorry to keep. Let me close. Let me drive this home right here. I don't know who's greenlighting shows, but I have 30 shows that I want to be greenlit, fam. What are we doing, fam? I have 50 scripts in my backpack, fam. If the Chris Rock, or pardon me, the Blueface and Christian Rock show is the #1 show right now, all I'm saying is this. I'm the new Spike Lee. That's all I'm saying, fam. And I'm not even joking, fam. If that's all y'all got, I am the new Spike Lee, the new John Singleton, fam. The ghost of John Singleton is back, fam. I am John Singleton's ghost, man. If that's what y'all putting on, is it even on TV? Yeah, it is. It's on like one of those apps, Pluto or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, when they try to get their app to go real quick, they'll just put some ignorant black shit on it so we can all download it real quick. And that's basically like, you know, like I said, I'm a student of the game. You feel me? So realistically, I'm low key hating, right? I am hating for sure, right? I'm hating on Pluto TV paper right now. I am, and I'm hating on they hustle. I am, but I'm also hating on the fact that we fall for the same shit every time, bro. You know what I'm saying? What are we celebrating there? What are we watching there? What is so entertaining other than the obvious? Yeah, all right, she gets drunk and starts yelling and throwing things. Like, yeah, that's obviously entertaining, right? But it's kind of like, isn't that the low hanging fruit at this point, fam? As I just randomly received a voicemail, that might be fucking cross colors. Hold on, let me check this real quick. That would be fucking hilarious, bro. If somehow these niggas, I would be scared to death, nigga. Like, how the fuck y'all heard me? Hold on, what is this? I just did my taxes. Hold on, pardon. This episode getting. Ooh, all right, we good. Yeah, pardon self. So, what was I? Yeah, we off of Christian Rock. I can't even. I'm calling her Chris Rock, fam. Isn't that crazy? Like Will Smith really smacked Chris Rock out of fame and shit. Like I don't even remember him anymore, fam. I'm calling a whole female Chris respectfully. And after that, they shout out to Chris Rock. He's still a legend and all that, right? He's still a legend. Still a legend. Still a legend. Still funny. I ain't gonna hold you though. Some of the, you know, he don't really look. It don't hit the same. It don't hit the same, man. Something about I don't know. His body language is not really. He not really on the stage the same no more up there. But it is what it is, right? I'm already an hour in, and low key, we about to start running through these shits, right? Tyre Nichols, rest in power, right? You know what's so crazy that this instrumental is playing? I literally walked into the house singing this shit to the top of my lungs today. I did. That's how you know this is divine timing right here. I'm running this back, bro. I swear to God, I was singing this shit in my head all day. I ain't even playing that. Why so sad? Walking around with the blue faces. She said she down on my love and something got it. Blue faces. I hit the bank. I don't know the words still though. It's cool. You know, I'm not the biggest you know, college or football, you know, fan for that matter. You know, I'm not really so much in depth with, you know, basically what's going on with everything as far as football and just the whole college scene, even with college basketball. That's something that I low key not like I regret that I didn't watch more college basketball. But it's something that would, you know, I definitely like in those circles of like basically the real basketball heads who like talk about every player. It's like they know every where they play, they know their whole history basically, right? I tend to be like real quiet in those situations, and I like to talk and shit basically, right? Yeah, I see I'm on episode 19, right? So I do for that matter. I feel like I wanted to learn more about certain players or whatever the case may be. It's never too late to go back and look. But my point is this: I'm completely oblivious when it comes to the college, you know, sporting scene and everything like that. But I did catch wind of, you know, look at my segue game. Come on, talk to me nice, Spotify. Y'all see what's going on. I listen. My point is this: Ed Reed, you know who I wasn't aware of who he was until, you know, I came across this story, and the story is that Ed Reed got snubbed as the head coach of Bethune-Cookman University, which is a historically, you know, black college, and you know, I'm not sure, you know, what's going on with the whole black, you know, historically black college scene. I've heard, I've been hearing things, you know. I haven't personally took the time to do any research myself, as far as, anything in depth. I feel like you can read things on the internet and you can see a certain video or whatever the case may be, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting the real truth or the whole truth, right? So I say all that to say this, Ed Reed, he posted a video, basically, or he posted several videos of, him basically, uh, showing basically the campus. I'm not really sure though, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. I'm pretty sure that he was on the campus of Bethune-Cookman University because that's, the school that he was basically trying out for as the head coach. For the football team there, he was very, very, passionate about, basically the role and the responsibilities, nurturing, the black athletes that basically, at the end of the day, he walked that path, right? This is a former NFL player. I'm not sure how many times he's been in the Super Bowl. None of that. Can't tell you his stats. I can't tell you how many yards he rushed for. I don't even know what position he played, fam. I know he was in the NFL, and I know he loved them damn kids, fam. Because when you watch the video, you see at the end of the day, you can't, passion is not really something that you could kind of like, you can't really put passion on, right? It's either in you or it's not, right? And he clearly was passionate about basically, the role of being the coach for the school. I'm not sure what took place and why he was snubbed or why they didn't give him the opportunity or whatever the case may be. I'm assuming that it was something along the lines of, he basically is an anti-establishmentarian, right? Like me. You feel me? And basically from what the gist of what I, garnered was he was kind of trying to expose, for lack of a better word, certain things that he felt was wrong with, the situation and, the school and the campus that he was on. I seen one clip. I don't want to stay on this too long, right? But I seen one clip that he was showing the track team, basically just how the conditions of the field and, just, not very well kept, basically, to say the least. And it makes you just think about basically how many of those schools are in that condition, basically, and what exactly are you sending your kids to when you're sending them away? Like, it's a historically black college. Like, what does that really even mean, basically, right? If we're not receiving, or if they're not receiving, the proper funding, to present a presentable environment for the students, right? College is obviously an experience that you're supposed to go and have, you're preparing people for the future. And that's, what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the expectation is that the equipment is up to par at the very least for the athletes, right? The textbooks, the curriculum, like these are the basic things that you would expect to go to a historically black college, and what does that say? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just basically says what it says about basically you could attribute this to anything that I have on my damn docket, bro. It's racism. You feel me? And I'm not even sure why I tried to walk around it that long, but it's clearly, they don't feel the need. They gonna make sure them Murphy tanks get sent though. But that track and field thing over there, yeah, y'all gonna have to run on this concrete with the cracks in it. We don't care if y'all win. We don't care. We don't want to see y'all win at the end of the day. You feel me? So that's kind of what that is, right? And like I said, I haven't really did any real research. It's something that I probably will eventually look into myself because I do feel like that's foul, And like I said, once again, Black History Month is upon us. We got 27 days left of this shit. You feel me? Uh, 27 days left, man. Could we get the HBCUs in good shape in 27 days? I doubt it. You feel me? But we gonna look at Rosa Parks though. Fam, we got battles now, today, 2023. We still got shit to do, fam. Don't just show me the stuff that was done already. We know what Rosa did. Yeah. It's documented, fam. And we respect and honor her for it. But fam, we not about to do that every year when we got historically black colleges underfunded with the track and field barely, you can't even run on this shit. Like, that's crazy to me, right? And that was a crazy tangent, right? But like I said, man, I'm an hour and changing. I'm trying to get through these. So that was basically, the Ed Reed situation. More power to him. I seen that, obviously, who's the other coach? Deion Sanders. Yeah, I know Dion, he recently just had a whole, shift of, basically took another job, and that was a whole controversial thing. Yeah, people was calling him bitch, all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It got real ugly for Son, you feel me? Um but man, I don't, like I said, what the fuck is this, my nigga? I feel like YouTube and me have an issue at this point. I'm starting to feel like it's personal. I'm starting to feel like y'all trying to like throw me off of my game. Like, fam, y'all not the only motherfucking ones, fam. Stand in line, fam. There is a long line of people who want to throw me off my game. But guess what, though? Guess what I gotta say to y'all people? We'll never give y'all the energy y'all want. Definitely not on my podcast, right? That's a whole nother episode. If I'm gonna do that, I'll do a whole episode for y'all. You feel me? Just keep waiting in line, though. We'll get to you at some point. You goof. Where was I, though? Now, I don't remember where I was at in line. I lost myself in line. Damn. Oh yeah, Ed Reed. So we gonna cross him off, right? We gonna keep it pushing to my next topic, and this might be the most important topic on my docket. I'm not gonna hold you. And like I said, man, the E.B.C.G. episode 19. I'm already feeling like this is a classic one. And I got a lot of things I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if it gets any more pertinent than this. Besides Tyree, obviously, right? Nichols. With the exception of that situation, the most significant thing I have on my docket for this episode, I'm gonna turn it down a tad because I want y'all to hear me. Do cashiers feel like they have authorization to hold my debit card, bro? Fam, I can't explain to you how many cashiers just this week, basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to struggle and fight to retrieve my debit card back after a purchase, fam. Check this out, dog. When I pay for my stuff and that the receipts start coming out, I'm gonna need my, first of all, before that, my debit card needs to be back on this side of the counter, fam. Why do I have to reach over the counter to physically remove my debit card from the death grip that you have on it, fam? This is not your card, fam. And at the end of the day, even if I was a scammer, right? Because that's the whole thing. It's like, I can't, it's just so crazy to me, right? That like, I'm literally poor, my nigga. I can't go and buy anything, fam. These motherfuckers is ready to hit the red button on the side of the thing and lock me in the store sometimes, fam. They just know I'm in there scamming, right? So this is basically something that, one of the, the elements that I gotta deal with, basically. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to navigate, just trying to get my lunch. You feel me? I gotta be sitting there for an extra 2-3 minutes with the cashier that feels like, what are you, the Secret Service, fam? What authorization do you feel like you have to hold my card, bro? The transaction has been completed, fam. That receipt is printing. Give me my debit card, fam, before I jump over this counter. And I'm not sure if I'm the only one that's like experiencing this. It could just be a me thing. You feel me? It's a lot of things that sometimes you can't just expect that everybody's gonna understand. You feel me? This really might just be a me thing. You feel me? The irony in it is that I've never did a credit card scam in my life, right? So you can understand how I feel slighted standing there. I'm going through I'm getting vetted and shit. You feel me? Going through a whole process and shit. Like, it's crazy. You feel me? Then we don't want to talk about the other cashiers that, basically got everything on their mind besides basically trying to make sure you ring out. You feel me? You want to talk to me. You basically don't, you're getting paid right now. I gotta go. You feel me? Like, I'm about to be late. You already on the clock. I can't stand here and talk and flirt with you and all this extra stuff. Like, fam, slide me the number. Like, what happened to the slide the number? Like, that's not even an option anymore, fam. You gotta have Instagram page ready, and it's too digital, fam. Just put the number on the receipt or something, fam. I don't have time, fam. I don't have the time. And speaking of that, right, now that I'm on cashiers and money, where did all those quarters go? I need another beat for this, though. Hold on. I don't like to stay on the same instrument. What's this? This shit hard, right? And just to piggyback off of the cashiers, you know what I mean? Now that we on cashiers and money, and where did all of the quarters go that we've been putting into gumball machines for our entire lives, fam? I literally just seen 2 gumball machines this week in place, and both of them shit. This the crazy shit about it. They're never empty, right? So these shits is full to the brim. Quarters, gum, like where are the quarters going, fam? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Y'all done made $20 billion in quarters off of gum. This shit don't even stay flavorful for long enough, fam, for y'all to be. It really should have just been free, but that's a whole nother story, right? Y'all taking my damn 25 cents, and that's adding up. I'm sure they probably got a couple thousand just off of me alone, fam, over the years, right? You add up a whole population of people, we talking about billions of dollars, right? Where is that money, fam? Where is that money? Who owns the gumball machines, fam? This needs to be a whole investigation, in my opinion, fam. And I'm on the job right now. And quite frankly, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to say what Kanye said. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say what Ye said, but I'm pretty sure if we trace it back, enough said, right? Where did the quarters go, fam? And how much money did that equal up to? I need to know these things, fam. Y'all quick to show me some stuff about Andrew Tate and his brother. I don't know who that is, fam. I want to know where them quarters went and how much money y'all accumulated over the years off of my damn 25 cents for gum that does not stay flavorful for more than 2 minutes, bro. At least put the good gum in there, is what I'm saying, right? I wouldn't even care if the gum was good. Yeah, I just seen 2 gumball machines this week, and I definitely ran and wrote it down real quick. Like, fam, that's crazy. Like, I've never even thought of that till now. But realistically, there has to be somebody who just owns. I'm trying to figure out: is it like a family that own like all the gumball machines, or is it like basically how they do the corner stores? Like, it's different families operating different machines. This shit crazy out here, man. But I'm on that investigation right there. Where's my pen? So yeah, that was my random, inquiry about gum. Why do cashier? We got that off already, right? We crossed that off. LeBron James is the GOAT, absolutely. Okay, so I'm through my first page. Let's flip it over to the next side. This is crazy. We're already hour and 15. I'm more than likely, and if I'm just being all, transparency is key. I'm probably not gonna drop this bitch till like I don't know, maybe the 4. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I could drop it today for real and just not edit it. I could do that. You feel me? Papoose named head of rap of TuneCore. Man, man, man. Yeah. Air horn for Papoose. Air horn for Papoose. A couple of air horns actually. I just feel like TuneCore, man. Wow. You guys actually damn son. Yeah, all that flex bomb. Let me get the flex bomb in there. Absolutely. Because realistically, fam, this might be one of the first times that we actually seen a company or a corporation get it right. Papoose is exactly who you get to be the head of hip hop at TuneCore, fam. It makes perfect sense. It's a perfect fit. I feel like now I want to, utilize TuneCore, and maybe I might maybe the episode 19 might go on TuneCore, fam. Because realistically, I feel like Papoose, once again, we're not doing that over Slim Shady. See, this is what I'm saying though. Y'all couldn't have just give me another primo real quick. I'm talking about Papoose. I'm talking about hip hop, man. We're not doing Drake either. Nas, where you at? Come in, Nas. Whose world is this? It's Papoose's world, fam, at TuneCore. Because at the end of the day, that's only one company. Papoose is still a black man. Papoose still got to deal with the same bullshit that I got to deal with at the end of the day, right? And at the end of the day, we glad that he got that position. And now, in all honesty, though, it's definitely, especially for the independent artists, who basically are looking to maximize their dollars, and get the most out of their art. And just, that's kind of what TuneCore's whole premise is. And that's kind of what they've been on. And obviously, Papoose, probably one of the more, prominent independent artists in the game, definitely he no, there's no question. He is one of the most independent, prominent independent artists ever. Because realistically, Papoose is underrated. You know what I'm saying? Like that realistically, he didn't get the credit that he truly deserved in his career. And like I said, man, it just feels like a just a good one, full circle moment kind of for him. I'm sure he utilized TuneCore over the years, to release his music, right? So he's really, really familiar with the platform, which is only better for the artist, right? Because you want the person who's the head of the corporation to be somebody that you can actually relate to, right? That's a rare thing. Like, look at the WWE. They about to sell the WWE to Saudi Arabia, fam. They don't give a, they don't care. They just trying to get make a dollar, basically. You don't really got to worry about that when Papoose is the head of the, the corporation. So shout out to TuneCore, shout out to Papoose, shout out to Remy. You feel me? Because I'm sure she's involved with that somehow. You feel me? Pap and Remy kind of move as one unit out here. You feel me? Which is like just an amazing thing to see. Two true pioneers and pillars of hip hop. Once again, this is definitely Hip Hop 50. I just feel like anything hip hop related this year just gonna hit differently. You feel me? That's all I'm saying about that, right? So shout out to Pat, shout out to Remy. We gonna move down to what's my next topic? Hold on, man. Let me take a hit of the hold on, bro. Because at the end of the day, I don't really gotta give y'all nothing for real. Let me take a breath. Hold on. We gonna get to it, but we just, let me can I catch my breath real quick? I'm sitting here trying to ramble through this shit. I can't breathe. Hold on, man. What time is it? I got shit to do still. Like, I got a whole. Let me see something. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's tomorrow, right? I definitely gotta go get my tooth pulled tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that at all. Another reason why I'm hitting y'all with this episode, because realistically, fam, after that tooth pull, y'all might never hear me. I might not say another word again, fam. I don't know what I'm gonna sound like after this. My pod voice ain't gonna be the same. You feel me? So this realistically, what I'm saying is like low key. I might want to like save this one right here, cause this might be the last one. They about to pull my damn third molar out and shit. It's not the first time I've had a tooth pulled. It's just I just feel like when I went to go get you gotta go for the basically the consultation or whatever. And I just felt like I don't know, man. They had me signing stuff, and it was just a little different energy. It wasn't like that the last time. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? They got me signing away my damn life, my rights and shit. Like I don't know what's about to happen tomorrow. I might run out that bitch. Like for real, I might not get my shit pulled. We gonna see how it go though. So did Tom Brady retire again? I feel like I just seen that. Yeah, I did actually. My ESPN, ESPN, they stay on top of all the all the Tom Brady news and shit. You know what I'm saying? Anything he do gonna be on there pretty much. And I definitely seen that flash across my screen earlier. I definitely let it go and just like I flashed it off real quick because I don't really care. I'm not like a football guy. I don't watch it. I don't really. Shout out to Rihanna, and I definitely will be tuned into the Super Bowl halftime show. Facts. That is my extent of football that I watch right there. I'm not even sure. I know that the Eagles is playing somebody. I guess we still waiting to see who that next team is, but I know the Eagles qualified, and more power to them, man. Philly, stand up, man. I sure wish that, man, the way they rallied behind the Eagles in Philly. Pardon me, I'm losing my voice and shit. They wasn't giving the Sixers the same amount of love, man. If they was giving AI and Philly the same amount, they was with AI though. I can't do that. They kind of was though. It was like on and off. I don't know, man. I just feel like, man, Philly, man. The Eagles, the Sixers, it is what it is, right? Fuck football. AI to go to Philly. My new idea for Black History Month, I could cross that off. I think we low key done, bro. Hold on. Oh yeah, Bad Boys 4. Bad Boys 4. Where's my pen, bro? Hold on, we gonna get that off again. I don't really have much to say there though, other than Bad Boys 4. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith just came out. As a matter of fact, what I'll do is I'm gonna pull that up. I'm gonna pull that up right there. That I'm gonna pull up Bad Boys 4 because I really didn't see the press. Nothing. I just kind of seen it and kept it moving. Oh, they definitely was on the Today Show. So let me see.
All right, other great news here. Bad Boys 4 is going to happen. Will Smith took to social media yesterday to drop the news that the next installment of the franchise is on the way.
Really?
Plus, he's teasing why when they're going to have a little trouble, apparently, coming up with a new title for number 4.
It's official. Bad Boys for life, baby. That's for life.
Check this out. Anybody that sat in front of a television and watched the Martin Lawrence show, if you watch Martin and you watch Fresh Prince, anything that they do, understand that I'm forever indebted, right? So I don't realistically they could drop Bad Boys 50. I'm there, fam. But my point is this though. It ain't really been, ever since 2, you know what I mean? 2 was their last hoorah, basically, right? 2 was the last one, fam. And realistically, we don't really need more Bad Boys, man. Y'all bad. We get it. Will Smith, you definitely bad. We know you bad. You slapping at the Oscars, man. I just feel like he moving too fast from that. Like, fam, don't you still need therapy and stuff? Like, you about to get back on the set with Martin? That could just be a liability. That's all I'm saying. Like, we gotta just make sure everybody's mentally cleared and prepared for a whole set of Bad Boys 4, my nigga. I don't want to see a headline that Will Smith lost his temper and smacked Martin Lawrence during some takes, bro. If that didn't already happen, because realistically, that could already happen. This anyway. Hopefully, Martin got hands though. Martin used to box. Hold on, Martin definitely used to box. That's a fact. I'm sure he still remember. The muscle memory still got to be there somewhere, right? I'm not sure how I got on boxing. Oh, that's crazy, and I'm glad I did do that. I'm so glad I did that. I am, because I got my perfect clothes now, right? Before I do that, though, I do want to mention the fact that the Breakfast Club they still basically rotating guests, and the reason why that's noteworthy, other than the fact that this show is kind of pretty much over and they kind of need to just dead air it at this point, or hand over the rights to me. Let me just give me the mic, put me there. I'll figure it out on the fly, fam. And them ratings is going through the roof. Okay. We are lined up for some amazing. The episode is over at this point. Everybody can go episode 19. We wrapping up here, 2:42 on the dot right now. Every time I see a 2-4, I kind of gotta always just say Kobe. You already know what it is. Mamba Forever, Gigi, Christina Mauser, Sarah Payne Chester, and just everybody that was on board, our Zabayan, Altabelli, John Kerry, and Alyssa Altabelli. You don't want to leave out anybody because at the end of the day, they all were on the helicopter, right? And I did actually, speaking of which, I did just see a report about, I believe, Christina Mauser's husband just recently was on America's Got Talent or something like that. I mean, listen, I just hope that everything is okay. Mentally, I hope that brother is, finding the solace and the peace. Because, man, I can't imagine. Can you imagine? I'm so messed up about the situation. That man had a wife that was on that helicopter with Kobe. So I can't imagine. Like, I can't even begin to imagine. I can't, right? So prayers and condolences to him. I'm not going to end it on a somber note, though. That's not what we're about to do. What I was really about to get to was the fact that the UFC, they are getting ready to go crazy, fam. So this is what this looking like. We got Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman 2. No. I'm sorry. This is a trilogy. 3. We also got Jorge Masvidal. Out of the, you know what I'm saying? Out of the woodworks, he clearly was dealing with some, he had like some legal stuff that he had going on, So he kind of got low for a minute, but now he's back and he's trying to basically get back into contention for a title shot. And low key, if he wins his fight, because he's set to fight Gilbert Burns, if he wins that fight against Gilbert Burns, which is not expected at this point, because Gilbert Burns is just a more well-rounded martial artist, I feel like Masvidal is more of a, basically like a boxer, bro. Let's just keep it all the way 1,000. He's a brawler / boxer. He's not necessarily what you would call a mixed martial artist. Now he'll you up if you don't know some shit. If you don't know how to parry and defend a leg, if you can't check a leg kick, he'll kick your legs from underneath you. My point is this: when he's in there with other martial artists, it's not gonna hit the same, right? They know how to do all that shit too, and some. You in there with grapplers, and that's obviously something that he's not. That's not one of his strong points, right? So it's not really an expectation. But however, if he does win, if somehow he wins this fight, which I don't expect him to win at all. I don't. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I'm not gonna get back on the George Masvidal after I seen what what Kamaru Usman did to him. After he was talking so much shit, bro. He was talking the most shit. Like he was talking big shit. And Usman pinned him up against the cage. I'm also prepared to, end this episode right here, right now, But before I go, I do want to say, man, listen, no matter what's going on in the world, no matter what they gonna show you all types of things out here, man. It's gonna be negative, it's gonna be positive, man. At the end of the day, you make the decision for your happiness. And as it's so generic to say that, but I feel like that's something that needs to be said now more than ever. Because at the end of the day, the only true solution, the only true real, power that you have in this world is basically the love that you have for yourself. And that's something that I'm basically starting to learn. I'm not even gonna say I'm starting to learn. That's something that I've learned. Because at the end of the day, I haven't mastered it yet though, right? So I'm still in the learning process of it, right? Realistically, fam, everybody looking for the answers in everything and everywhere else, fam. You gotta look within. You gotta look within. And at the end of the day, Lauryn Hill couldn't have said it any better. How you gonna win if you ain't right within? Come on, man. How you gonna win if you ain't right within? Just think about that. Let's just break that down. Let's look at the fundamentals of that, right? Let's not even put it with the instrumental in bar form. Like, let's just look at that for what it really is. Like, fam, if you ain't right within, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. And at the end of the day, it might look like a win for a little bit. Yeah. You could cheat to win now. Let's be clear. It's gonna be some people that could figure that out. Like it's not that hard to do. You're cheating, right? But at the end of the day, if you ain't really right within, how far do you think you gonna get with your little cheat sheet, fam? Everybody then got caught with the cheat sheet in class. I mean, let me speak for myself here. I definitely had a whole. I remember when they used to have like the whole teacher textbook, like a whole separate. They had like a whole nother curriculum. We used to go right in the drawer, take that shit right out. Hey yo, man, check this out, man. An hour 37 minutes in. I think that's a great way to hit y'all for February 1st. Episode 19, E.B.C.G. I will be back again. I don't know when. I don't have a timeline, but I am right within, so I'm gonna win. WILLMATIC. You already know what it is. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, listening, all that good stuff. Don't share it, don't like it, don't subscribe it. Pray for a better day. Because at the end of the day, everybody can use a prayer somewhere. Peace, love.